We've all been there. It's near month's end. Finances are low, and boredom is at an all-time high. The new game you got only lasted so long, and now you need something new, something fresh, but cheap. And there isn't anything cheaper than free. Steam has a ton of free games that are worth giving a look, and some that are not. That's not even the least of their problems. But here are 15 free games you can download and play right now at zero cost. If you're a fan of fast-paced action and enjoy jibbing monsters with vintage weaponry, then Cryptis is worth spending some time in. Cryptis is challenging as you fight all kinds of horrifying monsters that all have one goal: eating your face. The weapons feel suitably powerful as you keep the monsters back while listening to a fun, exciting soundtrack. The game is a lot of fun and doesn't outstay its welcome. Give it a try if you enjoy some fun boomer shooter action. The WereCleaner is an interesting stealth puzzle game that feels like it's worth a little more than asking price. You play Kyle, a night janitor that needs to clean out the office building. But there's one problem. You get a little hungry during the full moon. Run around the office cleaning up various messes, like an artist's breakdown, server rooms on fire, diarrhea. This is becoming an HR issue, not janitorial. But you must avoid all the other employees around the office at all costs. Otherwise, you'll give in to your bloodlust. But if that happens, just clean it up. WereCleaner is a fun and interesting game that will put a smile on your face. It's the perfect length and difficulty for a puzzle game. So start cleaning and just don't get caught. A psychedelic dungeon crawler that will leave you questioning your sanity and place in the world. Psychopomp is a first-person dungeon crawler where you find out that the world has hidden catacombs underneath the city. It's all presented in this unique and upsetting visual style that's great at pulling you into its world, making you feel immersed while also making you go, what? Talk to various weird and unappealing characters, or just kill them. It's up to you. Solve puzzles in order to progress in this world where everyone lies. Or am I lying about them lying? Play the game to find out. Kind of amazing that Paradox made one of their best-selling games completely free on Steam, minus all the DLC. But regardless, it's still an incredible package to get for no price at all. Lead your empire to victory by engaging in royal politics, stab your enemies in the backs, and sometimes your friends, if they forget your birthday. Take over land, give back land, only to take over it again. Politics are just a complicated version of Hot Potato, and We're the Potato, a game that puts the control of medieval Europe right at your fingerprints. Expect to spend hours just making sure your empire and legacy survive the various challenges of the time. Also marry your cousin, if you're into that. I hope you're not. Do we need to talk? Beautiful. The only word needed to describe Sheepy, a short adventure. A paperback platformer where the story is heavily tied to the gameplay and progression. You are Sheepy, an abandoned plush finding himself in a world that's broken. Travel through the dilapidated world, taking part in some great platforming, and solving some puzzles for added challenge. All throughout, you listen to these audio tapes talking about the world that has been lost. While short, it is an experience. Give yourself some time alone to really soak this one in, while also enjoying these beautiful visuals. 5 games for the price of none? Unsorted Horror is 5 short horror games that are about 10 to 15 minutes in length, each going through a different vignette for you to get engaged in. All of them espousing that same dirty mechanical aesthetic that the creator's most famous game is masterful at. It's from Mike Kuplinka, the creator of Buckshot Roulette. You might have heard of it. Also, I made a video about that game last year when it was still kind of new. Why don't you check that out, and maybe also check out my channel. Unsorted Horror is good. Give it a go if you want to spend an hour just being creeped out. Why pay for pain when you can get it for free? High Entropy Challenges is an immersive sim that's really just an immersion into pain. There are 15 levels, all of increasing difficulty. Either use stealth or brute strength to defeat the robots in your way. It's almost always preferable to use stealth. The game is about giving you multiple paths ahead to deal with any problem, like a good immersive sim should. Use the computers to open doors, disable traps, and read gaming blogs from the mid-90s. People really didn't appreciate the genius of Redneck Rampage back then. High Entropy Challenges lives up to its name, and for those looking to fire up some grey matter. A dating game mixed with a Sokobon? Tell me more! Oh wait, I'm the one talking. Take part in puzzles where you push stones around and kick skeletons, all in the endless quest to pick up girls. It's a story as old as time. The puzzles are all pretty short, but you can try and finish them as efficiently as possible. And once you reach the girls, you better answer correctly. Or else. Or else what? Exactly. Also, the music is amazing. Give it a listen if you feel like getting pumped up for the day. A cute yet melancholic RPG that tells the story of Lavender, a young girl on the journey to find her brother, while also meeting and dealing with various ghosts. There are a lot of RPG Maker games on Steam, and most are free, but Grimm's Hollow stands out. The visuals are striking, combat is involved, and the writing and humor will leave an impact on you. It's also one of the most cozy games in this video, and once it ends, you feel that warmth resonate off the screen and stay with you for the rest of the day. Have you ever watched Snowpiercer? Now imagine it was a game. Depressing, yes, but fun. Frostrain comes from publisher Jungle Game Lab, a company who has a ton of free games to offer on Steam, all giving different experiences to enjoy, but today we're looking at Frostrain. You are the conductor of a train trying to survive the harsh, endless winter of the New World. Try to build the perfect train to reach paradise and keep your passengers happy. Otherwise, they might start throwing tantrums. Or you. Once you reach new towns, you choose which trains you want to add to the car in order to make it run more efficiently. It's about balancing the happiness of the passengers and keeping the train running smoothly. It's one of those one more time games. You start playing at 7 PM and find yourself finally walking away at around 2 AM. Just remember, keep warm while playing. Another paperback platformer, TM. You play a little candle called John Wick. That has to be a reference, right? You're trying to avoid being found by despairing nun and other strange monsters that might show up later. If you like the Little Nightmares series, then you should give this a try. It was made by a group of students, and it's amazing that there's so much depth and beauty here. The level design feels surprisingly open. It's really short, but that just means by playing it, you won't get burnt out. Doronko Wanko is really a story about how I live my life, one mess at a time. You play a cute little Pomeranian with one goal: spread mud everywhere. Shake it off, run around in it, use the fan, there's even a gun. Use whatever's at your disposal to make your owner's life as miserable as possible. But just be cute while doing it. Doronko Wanko, say that 3 times fast. Doronko Wanko, Doronko Wanko, Doronko Wanko. Oh, I actually did that. Falls into that Japanese genre of chaos puzzle games like Katamari Damacy, Nobi Nobi Boy, or Donut County. Not Japanese, but the same vibe. It's a lot of fun as you just cake the entire house in filth, like you're trying to get a domination run in Splatoon. Go enjoy it. One of the more popular free games on Steam, Cry of Fear is a first-person horror game that takes a lot of inspiration from Silent Hill, while trying its own hand at the genre. You're trying to survive a cold night in a deserted Scandinavian village, finding weapons to help defend yourself against many weird, freakish, and gross horrors of the night. The game might look its age since it was originally designed as a Half-Life mod, but the atmosphere is incredible. It's oppressive and will keep moving you ahead to find out what's around the next corner. If you've enjoyed games like Alan Wake or Condemned, then give Cry of Fear a try. It also has 4-player co-op. I can only imagine how chaotic that is. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to load them, and know when to shoot. 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 45 is a Western gunslinging card-based roguelike. It's another student-developed game, and pretty interesting. Every card is a bullet, and they all have different effects. Load them in your gun to create synergies in order to better help you survive the lawless West. I love a good Western game, even more so a roguelite, and this one is a winner. It plays like Slay the Spire on a budget, but still has its own identity, and is able to keep you invested for quite a while. It's kind of criminal that the game isn't getting more eyes on it. Finally, ending this list, we have one of the most harrowing and interesting experiences on Steam. We all know the story of the Chernobyl reactor and the terrible consequences of its breakdown. Play one of 3 liquidators sent to the plant to stop the condition from getting even worse. It's an incredibly tense experience, where every click of the Geiger counter has you gasping for breath as you try to survive this hopeless situation. It's something you have to experience to understand the gravity and sheer terror of what these men went through. There you go, a great list of games that could entertain you for an entire weekend. Just remember, take breaks in between, savor it like a good Coke. The drink. But there are a lot more games out there for free that are just as wonderful. So expect another video in the future. But let me know if you played any I haven't covered, or maybe even enjoyed the ones I've talked about here. But for now, thank you for watching. I hope to see you all next time. Goodbye.